nakikita na po ba?
Yes,
Okay. So, lesson 3 tayo, and the lesson 4 po. Maiksi lang naman sila. Okay, so, sa lesson 3 natin, strategic management process, although, sa lesson 1 natin, ay nabanggit natin yung 5 steps, ng strategic management process or the process of strategic management. So, ito po yung again, review nga po, ano nga po uli yung 5 steps po na process natin sa strategic management. Okay, Mr. Nico?
Ma'am, yung internal analysis, external analysis, strategic formulation, strategic execution, strategic control.
Strategic execution or strategy execution or implementation po. Okay? Dito kasi implementation sa next natin. Yun yung ginamit na term. Okay? Thank you, Miko. Don't forget to comment your name sa ating comment box. Okay? So dito po sa ipapakita natin na ipapakita ko sa inyong figure wherein dito po ay ni-refer po or pinag-combine, yung some other management theorists ay pinag-combine po yung external and yung internal analysis with the strategy formulation. Okay? So, kumbaga, mas pinipili po na ipagsamahin or at the same time na po yung ginagawa nila under ng formulation phase. While sa strategy implementation naman po at yung control, implementation or execution po and strategy control ay pinag-combine naman po sa implementation phase. So, dalawa na lang to, formulation at implementation. So, yung paggawa or pagko-combine ay tinatawag po natin the strategy process, formulation, and implementation na makikita po ninyo dito sa ating figure ay sinimulan po si formulation, ayan, with an assessment po of the environment in the form of, ayan, number 1, identifying opportunity and yung risk. Same as din naman po do sa kung ano yung define natin, kung ano si external at saka si internal. Okay? Sunod dyan, yung assessment of the firm's strategic resources, yan, para mag-come up dun sa kanyang mga strength and weaknesses po ng firm. And syempre, ina-expect po na ma-identify yung firm's core values. Okay? Para ma-ensure yung culture and personality personality firm roles. Okay? Para mas maging better po yung kanilang organization. So, pag nalaman natin itong mga to, ayan, yung mga nandito sa formulation stage, okay, or strategy formulation, it will help the firm to create the corporate strategy, itong nasa center. Okay. So, strategy, patterns of purposes, and policies defining the company's and its business. Di naman tayo sa part ng implementation. Ayan, strategy implementation. Okay, it begins with the distribution of duties and responsibilities. Okay, determining who will be the responsible for which aspects of the strategy and establishing methods of clear coordination. So, organizational structure and relationship. Ayan, division of labor, coordination of divided responsibility, information system. At ang next natin, organizational process and behavior. So, standards and measurements, motivation and incentive system. Okay, na mayroon sa inyong organization. Okay? So, isang factor kasi ito na maaaring magdala ng success sa inyong mga employee or makatulong sa mga employee para maging mas motivated sila to take part yung kanilang duty and responsibility na ginagawa. Mas motivated kasi they are expecting something in return dun sa kanilang pinaghihirapan. Okay? And yung last, ayan, top leadership, strategic, organizational, and personnel. So, top management should be ready po to adopt or monitor. Ayan. And even revise yung corporate strategy or its implementation po kung kinakailangan. Okay? Para ma-ensure that the entire process ay nag-continue para sa para sa paghahagilap ng mga panibagong information na maaaring makatulong sa kanilang corporate strategy. Okay? However, meron po tayong another figure. Yan. Ito po ay next natin. Las Marinas de Gino. Mamaya na lang po uling mag-attendance yung mga kakaka-accept ko lang Okay, so ito yung nabanggit ko kanina. However, we have a simplified elements of strategic management process. So ito po yun. Compare nyo ang yung ating strategic management process. Ito yung simplified where environmental scanning accounts for both external analysis, scanning of the company's resource profile. Management can simply adopt their plans based on their findings, perhaps recalibrating their environmental. Okay. So ito yung basic from environmental scanning, which is both the external analysis po and internal Okay? So pag external analysis, based dito sa figure natin, they are scanning for opportunities or yung risk, same as dun sa mga last natin na napag-usapan. And internal analysis po, scanning of the company's resource profile. Okay? Included din doon yung mga yung mga limitations ni company. Okay, or ni firm. So, this model has 4 elements po. Okay, as what you can see. Strategy, next natin, strategy formulation, strategy implementation, evaluation, and control. Okay. So, next na natin. Ayan. So, magkakaparehas lang yung tatlong figure. Yun nga lang, meron tayong basic, isang pinag-combine. Ito naman po ay yung nakikita nyo is the detailed strategic management process. Okay? So, represents the elements of the strategic plan, which is the outcome, at least in principle of the strategic process. So, dito kaya figure 7, it presents us with the elements, Ayan. Kasama yung elements of the strategic plan. Okay? So, tingnan mabuti po yung ating detailed. So, kung mapapansin nyo, sa strategy formulation, okay, we have 4 strategic elements. The mission, objectives, strategies, and policies. Ano po? Okay? So, itakal natin itong mga to. Okay? So, for the elements of the strategic plan, we have strategic element number 1, which is yung mission. Alam kong pamilya naman kayo kung anong mission. So, mission is the purpose of the business. Ano ba yung mga immediate goals ng ating firm? Sino yung market natin? Where is the scope of the operation? Okay? Meron tayo ditong sample ng mission. Ayan, ng Lamoyan Corporation, makers of Happy Toothpaste. Mali spelling ko ng happy, isa lang pong piyon ha. Happy Toothpaste. We exist to improve the quality of life, bringing essential products within the reach of the common people. Nasagot ba yung yung tatlong question dun sa example natin? Class, nasagot po ba?
Opo, miss.
Okay, nasagot So, sa mission, ayan, ay kinakailangan na ginagawa, no? Or upon your business planning pa lang, no, ay ini-include na. Ano kaya yung magiging mission or vision ng aking company? Ano yung gusto kong ma-reach? Ano gusto kong ma-attain? No? Sa pagbubuo mo ng iyong business. Okay? Kasama kasi dito, ano ba yung core values? Kasama yun, no? Dito kay mission. Okay. So somehow, it is the reason, itong mission nyo, for the existence, no, ng inyong business. Okay? So that is the mission po. Next natin is the objectives. Ayan. Objectives, expected outcomes that will help the firm in its fulfillment of its mission. Okay? Goals and objectives, di ba? So, it may be a long-term objectives, may or may not be time-bound. They may or may not have set deadlines, si objectives po. And our example po for this can be time-bound po in case the time frame for completion is set to be the world's largest producer of organic inks or to be the most profitable chain of elderly care facilities in 10 years. May naka-indicate na haba ng ng taon. So, in 10 years. Okay? So, ito yung ating example ng objectives. Ano po? Okay? Next natin na strategic element. Again, itong mga binabanggit nating strategic elements is under po ng strategy formulation, ha? Ito yung nasa detailed na strategic management process or na figure na pinakita ko sa inyo. Another is the strategies. Strategies are the how sa isang firm, no? Paano? So the manager will now have to formulate an optimal strategy for ensuring its accomplishment. Okay, again, part 2 ng formulation. Ano po? So, sa makatuwid, dito magpo-formulate, gagawa ng mga paraan, strategies para magawa natin yung mga nauna, yung objectives natin, yung ating mission, Okay, and and yung mga factors na maaaring ma-encounter ng isang firm throughout their operation. Okay? A thorough understanding of the opportunities and threats in the environment po, as well as syempre kasama na din dyan yung strength and weaknesses po, ano, ay mga factors na importante, no, na inaalam natin. So, pag alam natin to, yung mga strategies or yung na-recognize natin, yung mga factors na it will help the management po in crafting their strategies. Factors such as opportunity and threats, no? Okay. And yung last natin is the policies. So policies or constraints that the firm chooses to live with. Okay. It serves as the documentation of the firm's core values, beliefs, and ideas. Okay. And it affects the details of how strategies are to be implemented. Okay. So, for example natin, hindi ko pala nailagay. For example, ano po, ito yung policy natin. To offer the best prices in the marketplace. So, with this policy po in place, management will know the management will be now constrained po accordingly, and any strategies involving the increase of prices, kasi yun nga yung policy nila, no, makapag-offer ng best price, no, sa marketplace. So, kung ano man yung strategies na nag-i-involve yung pagtaas ng presyo above dun sa kanilang mga competitors, ay hindi tatanggapin ng management. Okay? Since meron silang policy when it comes to their pricing. Kasi somehow it's their strategy po, no, na dapat hindi tataas yung presyo natin doon sa kakumpetensya. Okay? Next natin, under si tactical elements po, under naman to ng strategy implementation, dun sa detailed strategic management process natin kanina na pinakita. So, under ni tactical elements, we have the programs. So, sa programs naman po, ito po yung first of the tactical or implementation components. So, ito yung detailed plan that are put together in order to actualize the strategies. So, this may include po yung mga timetables, yung ating duties and responsibilities, ano pa ba? Goals na kailangan ma-achieve para makatulong makatulong para ma-meet yung strategies. Or okay, next natin po. Another tactical elements po na under dun sa detailed natin kanina, strategy formulation, is the budgets. So kay budget naman po, the cost of mobilizing each activity in the program. Kumbaga, after laying out yung inyong detailed plans, sa inyong program, sa nabanggit na program kanina, susunod naman dyan syempre yung budgeting. Okay? So, nagplano ka na. Okay? So, si budgeting, the cost of mobilizing each activity in the program po, ay kailangan makalculate. Para yung total cost po ng program ay malinaw. No, since pag budgeting, pinapa-approve pa, tinitingnan yung mga factors. So, so this is then typically sent up to higher management for approval before the program is duly mobilized. Bago ma-implement, ano. The next one, we have procedures naman po under the tactical elements. So, si programs, yung sinet natin sa implementation, sa strategy implementation, no, na programs, ito naman po ay ihimayin natin, ano, or broken down into procedures. Okay? So, all about the details, so procedures. So this way, errors may be reduced as the programs are translated into specific steps. Okay? So, kailangan ilatag natin yung mga procedure ng inyong naisip na program. Okay? Another is the performance measurement. Nasa implementation na tayo. After any procedure, ayan, dahil yung plan nyo ay ginagawa na, or as the plans are set in motion, okay, kailangan ay namomonitor yung inyong plano, okay, in order to management to know whether the strategy is effective in place. Okay? Kailangan to kasi, no, as soon as possible yung action ni management. Kaya dapat namo-monitor siya. Kung may nakitang error, may mali, magawan agad ng paraan. Ano po? Okay? Okay, next natin po is the strategy implementation. So we have here the Minsberg types of implemented strategy. Okay. Alam naman natin na pag tayo ay nagplano, when there is a planning, there is the actual implementation, no, dun sa mga plano natin. After the planning process, after the planning process completed, ito naman po yung ipapakita na natin, no, yung paano natin ma-perform, okay, yung detailed na plan, ano po, na nagawa. So dito po sa lesson 4 na to ay ika-classify natin yung different kinds of strategy at the implementation stage. Okay. So yung nakikita nyo po is the Minsberg types of implemented strategy. So may arrow tayo, no, from the intended strategy, ayan, into deliberate, or sometimes nagkakaroon tayo ng unrealized strategy upon dun sa ating intended strategy, no? Okay? And as you can see sa arrow, si deliberate strategy, habang ginagawa yung inyong or ini-implement itong deliberate strategy, at some point, nagkaroon tayo ng emergent strategy, kaya pa-enter siya doon. Then, last one is the realized strategy. Okay? So, ano nga ba si intended strategy? Si intended strategy po is a premeditated and planned in TOSED, or it may be on paper, na write down na. Okay? Kumbaga, pagka intended strategy, wait lang ha, saglit lang ha. Nadidistract ako doon sa nagsasalita. Wait lang. Okay, mabalik tayo. Ano po? So, dito po kay intended strategy, ito na yung mga ideal scenario, no? And the envision process po for achieving yung ating intended goals. Okay, intended strategy. Okay? So, napag-isipan na. Then, yung next one, yung ating deliberate strategy or the parts of the intended strategy that play out according to plan. So, kung ano yung premeditated natin, dun sa intended, no, appears to be accurate and therefore coming to fruition. Okay? So, maaaring okay, gagawin na natin yung plano. Kasi according to our plan, maganda yung kalalabasan niya. Okay? Pero dun sa unrealized strategy, there will be parts of the strategy that turn out to be unfeasible. Okay? Or hindi katanggapin. Perhaps, plan was relying on inaccurate information or maaaring sa wrong assumptions. Okay? Or maaari, yung environment po ay nagbago. Or yung may mga bagay na hindi madali, na akala natin ay madali lamang, na gawin or i-implement. So, this result po, yung mga ganong instances, yan. Kumbaga, siya, ma-set aside, ma-waylaid siya. Kasi yun yung So, during the implementation phase, the management realizes new things really works. So this leads to new strategies that were never been considered before. Okay? Pero, yun nga, hindi nyo consider nung una, yung strategy na yon, or bago lang na-discover, sige. Pero nag-turn out po na yung na magiging essential pala, yung strategy na yon, na hindi nyo consider, nung una. And somehow, ito yung makakatulong po na ma-reach yung goal nung inyong firm. Okay? So, yun po si emergent. Kumbaga, bigla siyang nag-emerge, upon your strategy implementation. Hindi niyo siya kinoconsider nung una, pero naisip niyo naman, hindi niyo lang kinoconsider. Okay? And na-realize niyo, na some point, maaaring ito yung paraan or strategy para tayo ay mag-win, mag-win talaga, So, makuha yung end goal natin ng isang firm. And the last one, serialized strategy. So, it becomes the new working strategy that will be used by the firm to achieve its end goal. Since, di ba, may emergent tayo, nakita niyo yung arrow kanina, di ba? Si emergent tsaka si deliberate yung end natin. Papunta kay realized strategy. So, hindi naman natin sinasabi na Pag may deliberate strategy tapos bigla nagkaroon ng emergent na agad. Maaring mag-work si deliberate, no, para ma-reach natin yung realized strategy. Okay? So, serialized strategy is the synthesis of the remains of the deliberate strategy and the new emergent strategies. So, serialized strategy po is not quite what was intended, but dahil in-incorporate natin yung realities as discovered during the implementation, the realized strategy becomes the new working strategy that will be used by the firm to achieve its end goal. So it has something to do with the deliberate strategy at yung emergent mo, kung ano yung magka-come up, kung ano ba yung mas best, no, na strategy. Okay? Ng firm para makuha natin yung end goal. Next, we have the 5 P's of strategy. So, kay Miss Burge pa rin to, Okay, we have the plan, perspective, position, pattern, and ploy. So, una muna tayo kay plan. Okay. So, first pala muna, bakit sa tingin nyo, meron tayong 5 P's of strategy? Di ba pwedeng lang, isa lang? Meron tayong strategic plan, di ba? So, bakit kailangan pa natin ng iba na P ng strategy? Sa tingin nyo po? James?
For me po, ma'am, based na dun sa PowerPoint kanina, we need to thoroughly discuss or pag-aralan yung mga strategies. Kaya po tayo may 5 P's of strategy based on my opinion lang, para ma-scrutinize natin yung each of the strategies na meron tayo, like yung plan, ploy, pattern, position, and perspective, para mabilis nating makita kung saan tayo kulang, kung saan may mali, kung saan kailangan ng improvement, kung saan kailangan pa natin yun nga, scrutinize yung mga strategies na meron tayo.
Meron pa po ba? Gustong mag-share ng kanyang thoughts? Sa tingin nyo pa, bakit kaya may iba't iba pang inilabas na piece of strategy si Miss Burge? Although, meron na tayong strategic plan or strategic planning na tinatawag.
Ano ko po?
Sino yan? Si Gino?
Ma'am, sa tingin ko po, para po mas effective yung pag-abot po dun sa target na market po ng isang business.
Thank you, Gino. Meron pa po ba? Meron pa po ba? Ito kaya, makukonsider kaya natin na option to? Sa tingin niyo po ba? Option po kaya ito? Maaari ba siyang option? Yung ibang strategy na to? Hello guys? Sa tingin niyo po, bukod sa mga sinabi ng mga classmates niyo? Ano pa kaya yung reason? Maaring reason. Okay, James, again?
Ma'am, wala, feeling ko lang. Kasi ba, di ba, sa business, may iba't ibang kinds of business. Mayroong soul, may partnership, may corporation. Sabi nyo po, di ba, kung pwede maging option tong strategy, yung 5 P's of strategies. For me, yes, when it comes to small businesses lang. Kasi yung strategy na meron kanina, I think pwede siya sa lahat, pero parang majority ang gumagamit nun. It's like yung malalaking businesses. While this yung 5 P's of strategy, for me, Since hindi siya ganun, siguro hindi para na-explain, pero parang sa TV nabasa ko siya, parang hindi siya enough dun sa perspective na meron yung corporation and yung partnership or yung malalaking businesses. Applicable to in terms of yung small businesses lang, yung kailangan ng hindi naman ganun kalalang plan but effective at the same time.
Thank you, James. And the answer is si Mr. Neil. I think basic foundation in order to achieve their objectives. Okay, thank you. Meron pa po ba ang gusto mag-share?
Ako pa.
Okay, Gino?
Yun nga po, yung sabi po ni Miss Occidental. Ano po, yung parang yung hindi po enough, kaya po siguro may 5 pieces to ano po, madagdagan yung value ng market mo po. Ganun po.
Thank you, Gino. Yung mga nag-participate po, huwag kalimutan pong i-comment yung name niya, ha? Kasi kinakopy ko siya. Okay? Sige. Ayan. Thank you dun sa mga narinig ko, ano. Tama naman yun, ano. Mahirap po. Okay? Mahirap po na mag-rely tayo sa iisang strategy lamang. Okay? So, si Miss Burge po, ayan, in-identify niya tong 5 different classes. Ingay. Ayun. Yung 5 different classes of strategy, mainly because ninote niya ano, na mahirap mag-rely, napakahirap mag-rely on just a single definition of strategy was. Ano yun? Sabi ni siya. Para po mas mapabilis at hindi sila mahirapan sa kanilang business, kaya may dagdag na 5 days. Thank you. So, that's why we have here the 5 P's of strategy ni Mintzberg. The plan, pattern, position, perspective, employ. Ayan, para nga, sabi ko nga, no, kung consider kaya siya na option, yes po, ano, kasi nga, di ba, kung isa lang yung mayroon ka, for example, meron ka lang plan lang ang meron ka, sige, babalikan yung plan mo. No? Mahirap na yung isa lang yung ating strategy. Okay? So, the kind of formulation na maaari or na evident proactively, no, is the premeditated planning, no? Okay? So, we referred to as the, wait lang. Ayan, ano po. So, si strategy po as plan. Okay? So, pag sinabi nating plan, ito yung detailed, typically documented, and generally beg for details. Dito na nakalagay lahat ng ninanais nyo, ano? Ayan. Okay? So, kinrap itong plano in a detailed manner. Nakalagay na rin dyan kung ano yung maaaring kahantungan, no, that you want to achieve. Parang kumbaga ito yung inyong instructional manual, no, that will guide your organization on its implementation phase. Si plan. Okay? But it turns out na si plan ay hindi lang po yung kind ng strategy na pwede nating i-implement. We also have here this strategy as pattern. Okay? So, pattern whereby an organization chooses an action that has familiarity with. Okay? So, dito kay strategy as pattern, it pertains to what is tantamount to habitual behavior po in an organization. Or ano kaya yung nakasanayan. Okay? So, the decision making po can be a draining undertaking para sa management. Hirap mag-decide nga naman kung halimbawa marami tayong strategy na nakalatag, ano? So, dahil nahihirapan si management when it comes to the decision making, so, maaaring mag-come up sila, no? Okay? Maaari sila mag-come up po doon sa tinutukoy natin na strategy as pattern, ano? Pipiliin nila, the management will once again do what already work for sa kanilang nakaraan, no? Or dahil naging successful yung strategy nila nung una, so may chances po na gamitin nila tong pattern, no? So ipa-pattern nila sa last na ginawa nilang strategy. Okay? Kasi sabi nila successful. Nahirapan silang mag-isip, no, or mag-desisyon, ano? Decision making is a hard process naman po talaga. Lalo na kung nakataya yung kahahantungan, ano, ng ating company, ano. So napakabigat na bagay ng decision making para sa management. So they settle na lang tong sa tinatawag natin na strategy as pattern. So ipapattern na lang natin sa unang nagawa na kasi naging successful. Parang ganon. And next one, we have strategy as position. So kay strategy as position, it is about establishing a definite place within a competitive field. Okay? Or yung clear identity po that differentiate one firms. Again, nabanggit ko ata itong positioning dati sa marketing yun, ano? Ito kasi as strategy, si position. Okay? Or, ayan, bukod sa establish natin siya sa definite place now within a competitive field, ito naman pong position ay maaari din natin i-identify po yung ating firm from its competitor, ma-differentiate natin siya from the rest, no, in the environment. So, meron tayong example po dito ng strategies in the form of descriptions about what the firm is all about, no, sa kanilang competition. So, we have here the CDR King, Nestle, Philippine Airlines or Air Philippines. So, CDR King decided to define itself po as a retail purveyor of low-cost electronic gadgets. Yun yung position na pinili, ano, na chinose ng CDR King. So, strategy as position yung kanilang ginawa. So, multinational firm such as yung Nestle naman po chose to define its products as being a high quality and good value. Some point ng positioning, no, it has something to do also with the price at sa quality, ano po, ng product. So, doon niya ipinosisyon yung kanilang company sa high quality and good value. Okay. Kung sa positioning kasi makakatulong sa inyo perceptual map, ano, considering yung mga competitor nyo. Okay. Kaya nila mag-search ko ano yung perceptual map, no? Okay. And the last one is the Philippine Airlines. Yan. Ito naman po, in-establish nila yung Air Philippines as a more affordable, no-frills brand to compete against budget airlines. Okay. Mas affordable daw, no, yung Air Philippines. Okay? Yun yung kanilang pagka-differentiate, ano, or para yung kanilang pagkakakilanan or distinction. Yun yung example natin ng position, strategy as position. And the last, sorry, hindi pa pala last. Okay. Pang-apat, perspective. So, based on the worldview, strategy, ayan, based on the worldview, assumptions, or even values systems of a firm's management perspective, shape and guide the strategy. Okay? Okay, so dito po kay perspective ni Minsbridge, yung firm nyo, a firm that prides itself, for example po, for being upright and being of good moral character is going to behave in a much different manner versus a firm that values ruthlessness and finding ways of skirting the laws for financial gain. May mga ganyan kasing company, ano? Magkakaiba ng perspective. Okay? So, yung iba maaaring gumagawa ng ibang way to get in their parang mas sabihin natin na mas pabor sa kanila. Okay. So, sabi nga dito, behave in much different manner versus or yung may good moral character versus dun sa mga ruthless. May mga ganyan kasi naman talaga, lalo na sa mga malalakihang kumpanya. So, they are finding ways po. Yan. So, perspective has something to do to the value system po of the firm's management. Okay. Nasa management kung ano yung perspective niya. Kasi ito nga, sabi dito, perspective shape and guide the strategy. So, kung ang intended strategy nyo is, for example, makasira ng kakumpetensya, yun ang gagawin nyo kasi yun yung perspective nyo ng management. Sirain natin yung kakumpetensya para tayo ang mag-gain. Okay? So, nakadepende sa perspective mo. Or, medyo ruthless, pag gusto mong wasakin yung inyong kakumpetensya. In some way, gumagawa ka ng hindi maganda. May mga ganun kasi. Or, you are using some people, for example, to sabotage. May mga ganun kasi, parang drama lang, Okay? Para makasira ang kakumpetensya. Ahasin natin si supplier. May mga ganon na gawain, strategy daw yon. Agawan natin sila ng supplier para sa ating para mawalan sila ng stocks. Ayun. So, tendency nun, matatalo, So, win-win naman sa'yo yon. Win-win solution para sa'yo. Okay? Pero, nasa iyo yan kung ano yung magiging strategy mo, or ano yung magiging perspective mo sa inyong business. And yung last natin, si ploy, the short-term and temporary measures that is meant to achieve a quick win. Si ploy. Okay? So, the word ploy connotes certain parameters for action. Si ploy. So, for instance, the word ploy implies a certain level of cunningness, cleverness, or deception. Okay, yun si ploy, po. It also can be defined, si ploy, as a device or contrived move. Based on Merriam-Webster. Okay? And is essentially tactical in nature po. Maaari siyang short-term and temporary measure that is meant to achieve a quick win. Okay. So, crafty in nature because these are meant to confuse, disorient, or deflect attention. Okay? Ang example natin dito sa ploy, is a company is showing statements about a new product that is supposed working on. For example, bago pa lang ako for example, si Apple, example lang natin ha. Si Apple may inilabas silang statement na may ilalabas kaming product na ganito, ganyan. Gantong ang specification. No? Ang tendency nun, pinakalat na nila sa market, may ugong na. Okay. It will force their competitors po to pour resources into preemptively covering its potential threat. Kasi threat sa kakumpetensya mo yun. Uy, may ilalabas silang ganito, ganyan. Matatalo yung ganito natin. Yung product natin. So, ang tendency po nun, edi may make na ng pangontra, no, si competitor. Kasi nag-announce si Apple, for example, ng napakagandang information, no, na ilalabas nilang produkto. So somehow it is a ploy, no, strategy nila 'yon. Para ano tawag doon, para mayanig, mayanig talaga ang term. Okay? Or isipin nila na may threat. Okay? Maaaring sinabi lang nila yon, kasi nga ploy, strategy nila eh. Maaaring sinabi lang nila na ganun yung ilalabas nila, pero the company is actually quietly working on something else, no? Or iba. Parang ano lang nila yon, pang front. Okay? So another example, a brand that temporarily offers a huge price drop under the pretense of having an anniversary promo. Maaaring ganun, binabaan daw yung presyo, magbibigay sila ng price drop kasi meron silang anniversary na pa-promo. Whereas its real purpose is to starve a new challenge or a new challenger that is trying to compete by offering a lower price. Okay? So that is strategy as ploy. Parang dinedeceive nyo at some point yung inyong kakompetensya or mahigpit na kakompetensya. Okay? So yun lang po yung lesson natin. Para sa magiging activity po ninyo, you will have a case study. So may bibigay ako dun situation and we'll be asking you some strategies po or kailangan i-answer niyo lang po yung question. Malaya po kayo dun sa sa mga question about the case study. Malaya kayo, wala tayong limitation sa sentences. Okay po? Pa-screenshot lang po ako sana ng nakabukas yung aking presentation. May I request to please open po yung camera? 8:30 na po. Mag-screenshot lang ako ng isang kasama yung presentation tapos lahatan tayo. Wala, hindi pala ako nagpalit ng background. Pang senior high school pala yung background ko. Mga chikadora na umagang-umaga. Hindi, may patay kasi dito sa amin, kaya may patay na sa kamag-anak namin. Dito sila nagluluto, kaya maingay. Pero mga chika, di ba? Updated sila. Okay, screenshot lang po ako. Smile po ha. 1, 2, 3, smile. Ayan, tapos isa pa po. Hindi pala ako nakasmile po sa aking picture. Isa pa po, close ko lang po yung aking